Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, when company demands call amount, shareholders are required to pay that amount as per contract. Sometimes due to some reason, shareholders don't pay that amount. This is called as non-payment of calls, which is recorded as calls in arrears. This is a liability of the shareholders and shareholder becomes debtors of the company for that amount receivable. How to record transactions relating to calls in arrears? Let us understand in this question. Let us read question. Dandekar Company Limited made an issue of 20,000 equity shares. So this 20,000 is size of issue of shares of rupees 20 each. 20 is nominal value or face value. Payable as follows. Application rupees 5 per share. Allotment rupees 10 per share. First call rupees 3 per share. Second and final call rupees 2 per share. Let us add these amounts. Total amount is 20 per share. That means shares are issued at par. The company received applications for 25,000 shares. So shares are issued at par. The company received application for 25,000 shares. Size of issue is here 20,000. Company has received application for 25,000 shares. That means this is a case of oversubscription of issue, of which application for 5,000 shares were rejected. That means excess applications are clearly rejected and the entire money is refunded. That means your excess application money will not be applied towards allotment amount. Entire excess applications are rejected and amount is refunded. यहाँ पर कंपनी को एप्लीकेशंस आए टोटल 25,000 शेयर्स, जबकि उसे बेचना था 20,000 शेयर्स. सो ऊपर के जो 5,000 शेयर्स के एप्लीकेशन जो आए हुए हैं वो रिजेक्ट किए गए, तो उस पे जो उन्होंने अमाउंट लिया रहेगा वो भी हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, पूरा रिफंड करना पड़ेगा. ऑल द शेयर होल्डर्स पेड अप टू सेकेंड कॉल एक्सेप्ट रवि, the allottee of 200 shares, failed to pay final call. सभी शेयर होल्डर्स ने कॉल्स के पैसे दिए, लेकिन रवि ने 200 शेयर्स पे पैसे नहीं दिए. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज डिफॉल्ट बाय शेयर होल्डर, दैट इज रिकॉर्डेड एज कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. द एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ इशू अमाउंटेड टू 3,000. In this problem, we are coming across, this is a new point, expenses of issue 3,000. शेयर जब कंपनी इशू करती है तो काफ़ी सारे खर्चे उसको करने पड़ते हैं शेयर इशू प्रोसीजर्स कंप्लीट करने के लिए. ऑल दीज एक्सपेंसेस आर रेफर्ड एज इशू एक्सपेंसेस. इसका एक अलग जर्नल एंट्री आएगा. इसका शेयर से जो अमाउंट है उससे कोई रिलेशन नहीं है. दिस इज अ सेपरेट एक्सपेंस we are required to record in books of accounts. We can call it as a share issue expenses. Pass journal entries and show the balance sheet in the books of Dandekar and Company Limited. Dandekar Company Limited made an issue of 20,000 equity shares of 20 each, payable as follows. Application amount is rupees 5 per share. फर्स्ट स्टेज जो होगा वो एप्लीकेशन स्टेज होगा, जहां पे कंपनी एप्लीकेशन अमाउंट रिसीव करेगी. कंपनी हैज रिसीव्ड एप्लीकेशन फॉर 25,000 शेयर्स. दिस इज अ केस ऑफ ओवर सब्सक्रिप्शन. we have to record an entry for receipt of application amount. Bank account debit to equity share application account. On 25,000 shares, 5 rupees received, so it is 1,25,000. Being application amount received on 25,000 shares. Company has rejected application for 5,000 shares and entire excess application amount is refunded. जो एक्सेस एप्लीकेशन आया हुआ है उसका पैसा रिफंड किया गया है. इसी एंट्री को उल्टा करना है, तब जाके एंट्री बनेगा रिफंड का. Equity share application account debit 25,000 to bank 25,000. Being a refund of application amount on 5,000 shares. Company allotted 20,000 shares. So on 20,000 shares, the amount of application received will be transferred to equity share capital account. That will be our third entry. जो शेयर्स कंपनी ने अलॉट किए हुए हैं उसका जो शेयर एप्लीकेशन का अमाउंट है उसको शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करना है. Equity share application account debit 1 lakh to equity share capital account 1 lakh. That is on 20,000 shares, 5 rupees each. Being application amount on 20,000 shares transferred to equity share capital account. So इस एप्लीकेशन स्टेज में 3 एंट्रीज आई. नंबर 1, एप्लीकेशन का पैसा मिला. नंबर 2, जो एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट था उसको रिटर्न किया गया. नंबर 3, जो अमाउंट रखना है उसको शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर दिया. हियर वी एंड विथ शेयर एप्लीकेशन स्टेज. नेक्स्ट स्टेज इज शेयर अलॉटमेंट. ऑन अलॉटमेंट ₹10 per share is payable by the shareholder. So on 20,000 shares, we are required to demand 10 per share. Company will be sending allotment letter along with the demand for allotment amount, and shareholders have paid allotment amount. Equity share allotment account debit 2 lakhs to equity share capital account on 20,000 shares, per share 10 rupees, being share allotment amount due. Once shareholders will receive this letter and demand for allotment amount, they will be paying the amount. So our next entry is for receiving share allotment amount. Bank account debit 2 lakhs to equity share allotment account 2 lakhs, being allotment amount received. अलॉटमेंट स्टेज में दो एंट्रीज होती है. एक अलॉटमेंट अमाउंट कंपनी रिसीव करती है, इसके लिए कंपनी को एक एंट्री रिकॉर्ड करनी पड़ती है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? एंट्री फॉर अलॉटमेंट अमाउंट ड्यू. एक्चुअली जब शेयर होल्डर पैसा पे करता है तब एक एंट्री रिकॉर्ड होती है, दैट इज फॉर रिसीविंग अलॉटमेंट अमाउंट. बोथ द एंट्रीज आर कंप्लीटेड. लेट अस मूव टू नेक्स्ट स्टेज, that is first call stage. First call rupees 3 per share. Company demands this rupees 3 on every allotted shares, that is on 20,000 shares. कंपनी की तरफ से सब शेयर होल्डर्स को 3 रुपीज पे करने के लिए लेटर भेजा जाएगा, जिसको कॉल लेटर बोलते हैं. सो फर्स्ट एंट्री वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू रिकॉर्ड शोइंग फर्स्ट कॉल अमाउंट ड्यू. Equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account. Amount is 60,000 on 20,000 shares, per share 3 rupees. Once shareholder receive this letter, in response to that they will be making a payment. So our next entry is for receiving call amount. Bank account debit 60,000 to equity share first call account. This is entry for receipt of first call amount by the company. यहाँ पे हमारा फर्स्ट कॉल स्टेज पूरा होता है, जिसमें दो एंट्रीज हमने रिकॉर्ड की. नंबर 1, फर्स्ट कॉल डिमांड किया, उसका एंट्री आया है और पूरा अमाउंट मिला है कंपनी को, ये उसका सेकेंड एंट्री है. हियर वी एंड विथ फर्स्ट कॉल स्टेज. नाउ विल बी मूविंग टू सेकेंड एंड फाइनल कॉल. Second and final call is rupees 2 per share. First, we are required to record entry for demanding second and final call. So on 20,000 shares, company will be demanding rupees 2 per share. Equity share second and final call account debit to equity share capital account. On 20,000 shares, 2 rupees due, so amount is 40,000, being second and final call due on equity shares. In this case, all shareholders have not paid second call. There is exception. One of the shareholder has not paid the amount. All the shareholders paid up to second call except Ravi, the allottee of 200 shares, failed to pay final call. So there is a default by shareholder Ravi on his 200 shares. He has not paid final call, means he has not paid 2 rupees per share. So total default amounting to rupees 400. This is called as calls in arrears. For the time being, this default will be recorded in books of accounts of company, and company will be sending reminders for this amount. If Ravi fails to pay this amount, finally his shares will be cancelled, which is called as forfeiture of shares. Apart from this, the other shareholders have paid final call amount, so we are required to record that entry. Bank account debit 39,600. Calls in arrears account debit 400. To equity share second and final call account 40,000. Of 40,000, company failed to receive from Mr. Ravi 400. 40,000 minus 400, that means actual amount received is 39,600. This is the amount which company has received on 19,800 shares, per share 2 rupees, 39,600. Here we have completed final call stage. This is an entry for demanding final call, and this is an entry for receiving final call, and also we have recorded calls in arrears. Calls in arrears are indicated as CIA, that is a short form used to indicate calls in arrears. जब शेयर होल्डर कॉल के पैसे नहीं देता तो उस अमाउंट को हम कॉल्स इन एरियर्स अकाउंट में बता देते हैं. शेयर होल्डर इस अमाउंट के लिए कंपनी का डेटर बनता है, और ये अमाउंट उसको बाद में रिमाइंडर्स भेज के हम वसूल करने की कोशिश करते हैं. अगर ये अमाउंट आगे पे नहीं हुआ तो शेयर होल्डर के शेयर्स कैंसिल किए जाते हैं, जिसको हम फोरफीचर ऑफ शेयर्स कहते हैं. We have recorded all the entries. One entry is remaining, that is for issue expenses, share issue expenses. The expenses of issue amounted to 3,000. For share issue expenses paid, the entry is share issue expenses account debit 3000 to bank account. कंपनी जब शेयर्स इशू करती है तो काफ़ी सारे खर्चे उसको करने पड़ते हैं, जैसे लीगल एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, शेयर इशू प्रोसीजर कंप्लीट करने के लिए कुछ खर्चे करने पड़ते हैं. ये सब खर्चे जो है उसको कैटेगराइज करके लिखा जाता है शेयर इशू एक्सपेंसेस. ये एक्सपेंसेस जो है ये बैलेंस शीट में एसेट साइड पे बताए जाएंगे और आगे जाके इनको राइट ऑफ किया जाएगा. बीइंग शेयर इशू एक्सपेंसेस recorded. With this, we have recorded all journal entries relating to this question. Thanks for watching this video. Stay in tune with Ekeeda and subscribe to our channel Ekeeda. Thank you.